Well, welcome back. Of course, all eyes in the weather community on what's going on with major Hurricane Matthew and also now deadly Hurricane Matthew, which is now making its way out across the Bahamas and heading towards, yes, you guessed it, Florida, especially the eastern coast of Florida as well. Let's go in a little closer and show you this. Now, these black lines you see on this map here are what we call the isobars, or lines of equal pressure. The closer you see these together on the map, that means the stronger the winds. When you get inside this area here, those are some very strong winds. And of course, also notice how this is kind of filling in over the center of circulation on the radar. That's an indication that the storm is deepening and what we call lining up together enough to get stronger. So this storm will likely strengthen a little bit more as we progress throughout the afternoon. There you see Miami, there you see West Palm Beach, Florida, and so that's why there is concern as this system is less than 150 miles now away from the Florida coastline. That's the eye wall, but notice the rain bands extend well out from that, already beginning to make their way in along the 95 corridor there, and that will continue throughout the day. So let's talk about the threats with Hurricane Matthew, because over 14 million people will be affected by this system with tropical storm and hurricane force conditions out there throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, landfall is likely tonight somewhere lining up between, let's say, Daytona Beach down towards Fort Pierce and over towards the West Palm Beach area. And I think likely in that Fort Pierce to West Palm Beach area is going to be ground zero for landfall. And our latest futurecast showing that making its way on land and then possibly riding right up the coast there between Fort Pierce and Daytona Beach throughout the overnight into early tomorrow morning. Then up towards Jacksonville, bringing them the worst of the weather with some heavy rain and windfall there, making its way up towards Savannah and then Charleston, right up through the 95 corridor and including the Grand Strand and the PD area up towards the Myrtle Beach communities as well. Now, this is our latest model indicating hurricane force winds, and the percentages are the chances of seeing hurricane force winds. Notice the highest threat there looks to be between about Cape Canaveral, Florida, down towards Vero Beach there, where you got a 60 to 80% chance. Those are hurricane winds, 75 or higher for sustained period of time. Tropical storm force winds, though, 40 miles per hour or higher. Look at the percentages of seeing that along the east coast of Florida from Orlando. 95% chance, Cape Canaveral 100% chance, and basically going right up the coast, it is very likely. So you get the idea why this is going to be such a dangerous and life-threatening storm. And also by late this evening, as the eye makes its way along the coast, the winds are really going to pull in from the east, and that's going to allow that water to pile up. That storm surge can be up to 9 feet high with some of that surf there as it makes its way onshore. Plus, you got to throw in all the rainfall. We're talking 5 to 10 inches of rainfall with locally higher amounts closer to a foot. But for us this afternoon, it's just going to be warm and humid with a few clouds out there. Otherwise, highs climbing near 90 degrees. A very tiny chance of an isolated shower across deep East Texas. If you're heading west, Globe Life Park, we've got a big game. The big playoff series begins with the Blue Jays. 90s, that's what it's going to feel like. That's the actual temperature as they have their first pitch a little after 3:30 in the afternoon. Otherwise, for us, we'll watch the cold front move in. Could see a few showers early tomorrow morning. Then that front moves through dry and breezy for the rest of the day. And overall, the weekend is looking fantastic. Highs near 90 degrees on your Thursday, 86 Friday, but then behind that front, we turn cooler and drier just in time for the weekend with sunshine and lows back down into the 50s.